Hey guys, so I wanted to give my update about red light therapy for a while, but unfortunately I lost all the data on my iPhone 11 when an update was forced to iOS 15 and I didn't have enough memory, so it formatted the whole thing, and Goofy Davison did make a backup, so I don't have the progress photos I wanted, but I still have some comparisons I can show. And let me just tell you the results after 2 weeks or 14 treatments of red light therapy are astounding. They actually follow what I read in another study wherein they gave overweight women red light therapy for 2 weeks and they all lost an average of, I believe, over an inch off their waist fat in that short a time. Now, it's been 1 week since my last treatment of red light therapy, but since starting red light therapy until now, I've lost at least 4, if not 5 pounds. And I am less hungry. I feel like my metabolism got revved up. Now, I don't know if this is due to the inevitable passage of time because as you guys know, I felt very ill with a neurological illness that may have been neuro-COVID in 2020. They initially misdiagnosed me. They tried to treat my symptoms with really damaging neuroleptics, which caused quite a significant weight gain. As I was ill, I fell down to like 122 pounds, which is the lowest I've been in my adult life. Last time I weighed that little, I was like 15. I think I recall being 115 pounds when I was 15. And then the medication made me shoot up to about, I guess, about 140-ish, 145-ish pounds. Once I went off the medication, because it had a metabolic effect, I continued to gain and shot up to, I believe at my highest, I was 164. And so possibly right now, because I have recovered very largely from the very damaging medication that I was on for 4 months, a year ago, well, actually over a year ago now. And I heard that the metabolic effects generally take over a year to reverse. So maybe we're just facing that where, and all of a sudden I'm less insulin resistant. Yeah, so I don't know if it's because of the red light panel, but I have lost fat undeniably on my waist in ways that it's in 1 month. In one month, I've lost at least an inch, if not 2 inches from my waist, and it just keeps falling off. And I haven't done a treatment in a week, so it appears to affect the fat cells, and of course your body needs time to reabsorb them, but then you come up with this. So here's a little bit of a before and after from what I have, and you'll see me wearing an outfit that I clearly had belly fat before. I was clearly chunky, even though I was wearing a garment underneath it. And then now with the same garment, there's no belly fat. It's flat. It's flattened out. I've lost, unfortunately, weight in my breasts as well. I'm less curvy, and in my butt. Well, my butt, I guess, is still okay, but it's not as big. So maybe you need to be careful with the panel. You don't want to shine it where you don't want to lose too much fat. But they say that it's complicated. It also affects global metabolism. It also affects, as we know, the mitochondria of cells, and it revs them up. So maybe the fat loss would have been global anyways. And this is one of those things that there's this hormetic curve where like too much of the stressor with the light is going to maybe do tissue damage, but too little will have no effect. So you want to hit the sweet spot. And my treatment, I did between 14 and 20 minutes every day. At first, I started the first week, I did front one day, back the next day, but then I started to just act like a rotisserie chicken towards the end, where I just kind of rotate and make the light panel hit like all around my midsection. I only really exposed my face for like maximum 5 minutes with my eyes closed at the end of my 14-minute or so sessions. And the effects from doing it, like when you're doing it, you feel an increase in heat on your body. And the effects of the lasers are mostly thermal, especially the NIR, the near infrared laser, or rather near infrared light, because they're considered cold lasers. They're not, regular lasers. I would always get very hungry, weirdly, about 2-ish, 2 to 4-ish, maybe hour and a half, but mostly 2 to 4-ish hours after doing the treatments. But that didn't affect my weight loss. And one other shift that I made too is, like I told you, but now my hunger is less and I'm doing 2 meals a day. So I'll eat, you know, like a nice little brunch at around, I don't know, 11:30 noon. And then I'll eat again at like between 6 and maximum like 8, sometimes a little later. I keep, you know, qualifying this, but maybe the latest 8 p.m. at night. And then I do a nice long fast. And I fully anticipate that within 2 months, I'm going to be down to 140 pounds again. So far so good. A couple negative things though. I did notice that my stretch marks are showing up more again, but that might just be due to like volume loss. I mean, see, like, I don't know if you can see. They're pretty minor. They're like light white, but they are showing up a little bit more now. I don't know if there's a drying effect from the light therapy or I don't know what, but what else? Sometimes I don't feel like this is something you want to do late at night. It does increase melatonin. So technically it should benefit sleep, but I think that's better if it's done earlier in the day, because if you're doing it too late at night, you can feel stimulated for a while and you're usually sweating a bit right after you do it. So I personally think this is more of something you do, you know, in the morning or, you know, early afternoon. And that's what I did. Yeah, the feelings of heat or sweating they're slightly unpleasant because you're like, what's going on here? But overall, I lost fat on my stomach after 14 or 15 treatments of less than 20 minutes a day. So you decide. Like, I'm pretty astounded, and I'll keep you posted. So thanks for watching. See you later. Bye. I don't know. For the jackasses who call me fat. So this is not the same lighting, but you can see how much more of a curve I have in my waist. I've literally lost about an inch in my waist, and like, this is after a full day of eating, and my stomach is flattening.